So we are headed up to the International Maritime Film Festival.
Alright, first leg of the journey.
Yeah.
Heading up to Maine.
Yep, gonna go see my grandfather in the hospital. He's doing alright, just having some gallbladder issues. They were up there on vacation. So we're gonna go check in on him. And then go visit your dad. And then hopefully shoot up to Camden and go do a little rock climbing. Back at our old haunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be a great weekend.
Yeah, I'm super psyched. And I can't believe we're staying on Flickeroy. That's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be great to see the Norwegians again.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And that was where this whole thing started, basically. I mean, we wouldn't be going up to the film festival if we hadn't gone up there.
Yeah, no, it's true. We met Ann on Flickeroy, and Ann kicked all this off for us, yeah. It's gonna be a good weekend. This is also the first, this is the longest time I've taken off, basically from the project in almost 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, every vacation I've taken for the last 3 years has been to do something towards the boat. This is kind of the first time in a long time that I'm taking an entire weekend, actually 5 days.
5 whole days. Yeah, I can't believe we're leaving for that long.
I know, that's crazy. It should be a good time. When I was a kid, we vacationed in Maine every summer. Crossing this bridge was always like a big hurrah. Even though we weren't even close to where we were going to Maine, it was like across the border, we're there.
Yeah, I think for many people coming up to Maine, this is kind of like one of the big things. You know, you're almost there. Portland. Thank you, Steve, for the first leg of the trip.
Yeah.
Making it to Portland. How you feeling?
Good. A little tired.
Yeah.
Good.
Quick stop here, and then we'll head back up Route 1, see your grandparents, maybe do some climbing.
Yeah, maybe a full day.
Yeah.
And then the film festival begins tomorrow evening.
Alright, so just finished a little visit with my dad, and what do we get?
Parking ticket. Although we are completely, totally, 100% legally parked, we still get a $30 ticket. This is what happens when you have Massachusetts license plates and you go to the state of Maine.
Portland, Maine. Thank you very, very much.
Well, that Mainer's letting us go, so thanks to them. Yep, $30.
So yeah, here we go. Continue on in the journey.
So, we are one pitch up on the side of a cliff in Camden, Maine.
Damn fine place to be.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. The view.
Look at the view.
It doesn't suck.
It's a little bright.
Hey, it's just like us. It's bright and shining. Feeling sassy today.
So, a nice little break before the film festival. Taking Thursday to see family and do this and relax.
Yeah.
Right now it's relax time. Yes.
Absolutely.
So this is what we plan on doing more of with Arabella.
Much more.
Much more of this.
Yeah. And don't worry, we're gonna split the beer. We're not gonna get drunk and climb. We're not that
No. All right. So this is where we ended up last night.
Yeah.
Oh, best freaking hotel room in the world, like you said.
Yeah, it was a good place to wake up.
So nice. A little cold, a little windy, but bivvy bags. It was great. We got a couple things to do today.
Yeah, we still haven't finished sanding and oiling the cutting boards and the wallets that we had to sell. So we got a little woodworking to do this morning.
On the beach. Not a bad way to start the weekend.
No. Yeah, then we just got to be up in Bucksport by like lunchtime, and that's right there.
It's right over there. And what time is it?
6:17.
Love waking up like this.
Yeah, we had a couple of visitors last night. One person came down and just kind of walked quickly past with their headlamp on. The one guy came over to try to figure out what it was we were doing, or maybe even what it is that we were. That was kind of funny.
Overall, it's pretty quiet.
Yeah.
We've got a sweet sunrise in front of us.
What are you thinking?
I don't know about you, but I'm hankering for a mug of tea.
Do some coffee.
Yeah. There's that log over there. I think if we move it a little bit so it's not in the grass, we can hang the hanging stove off the end of it. And we can just sit there and heat up some water.
Alright, finished the cutting boards and the wallets. It's blustery here again, so going to town, go find some breakfast.
Yeah,
Really
it
good.
was
That was
Island
perfect.
Rise and Shine Diner just out of Bucksport,
Yeah.
Maine.
We had sausage and gravy over biscuits, bunch of pancakes.
Some eggs, some bacon. It's good. It's like
So
your
good.
classic
Classic
New England
diner.
American diner. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good.
it was a perfect morning breakfast.
Lady said we could rent the booth till 2 o'clock, and then she was kicking our asses out. Like literally said, we're kicking your asses out. It was great. Loved it.
It's perfect. All right, now we're heading into Bucksport. See if we can go find Anne. See where we go find where we're showing the film and the docks, and kind of get situated.
Yeah, psyched.
We met up with Anne, Clara, and Bjornar, as well as some new friends. We saw a couple of short films and then crashed on Fleckroy to rest up for the big day.
Just woke up on Fleckroy this morning. Fantastic night of sleep. Don't think I've ever slept so well.
How was your night?
It's good. Yeah, I slept really well. I sleep so much better outside.
So much better outside.
Houses, buildings they're too stuffy. That's why, like, even in the winter, I sleep with both windows open and the fan on if I can.
Yeah.
That's why I freeze the pipes in the bedroom sometimes.
Today's the festival, so full day of filming. Well, full day of films. Really looking forward to it.
All right. A little morning scheduling.
Morning scheduling, yeah. So it's what, 7:30 on the nose. First film was at 9. So I think it's time to go get some food and beverage in us.
Mm-hmm.
Put our bivvy sacks and sleeping bags away and be at the cinema for 8:30. When folks start showing up, we got a long day of talking about Arabella ahead of us.
Very long.
And then your film shows tonight at 6.
Yeah. Tonight at 6 o'clock, then we have the Q&A.
Yeah. And then Anne's talking about inviting everybody down to the docks again. Probably another late night.
Yeah, hanging out down here. Oh, sweet. Let's go
Man.
get some tea and coffee.
What a stellar place to wake up.
Definitely.
Little morning jaunt down to Bucksport, Maine. Go get some coffee.
Beautiful little
Breakfast.
town. Beautiful little town.
Look at that. This is where we're showing tomorrow.
Alamo.
Here we go, International Maritime Film Festival. Main Street, Bucksport, and Wooden Boat.
We set up our table and spent the day watching some really great films until it was our turn.
Yeah. Hi. All right. Does anybody have any questions?
Okay.
No?
So the Q&A was great. We'll post that separately soon for those of you that really want to watch all 15 minutes of it. But now, on to the after party at the docks. For our last day in Bucksport, we woke up to some beautiful thick fog, a perfect start to a great day.
Acorn and Arabella, who spent the whole weekend talking about their project out here. Moms and aunts and uncles were here and everything. They were really excited to see the film. That everyone also got to connect with the human beings who've been out here and talking about this boat and what it looks like for them to haul logs out of the woods. And so Acorn and Arabella has won this year's audience. About this film festival. I've never been to one before helping run last year's, and this year it's been a treat to have folks who I just met recently end up submitting a film, and I'm really proud of you guys, and I'm really glad you're here, and you've made this really special, and I really appreciate it. Yeah, thanks guys. Thank you. Steve's mom came right up to me and said, "I'm sorry, Ann, I did not vote because you know who I'd vote for, and that's just not fair." So thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Be a part of this. I don't think I introduced myself. I'm Ann Bryant, associate editor of Wooden Boat and Alix.
With the film festival wrapped up, we headed off towards Brooklyn, Maine, but not before sending off our friend Clara, Bjornar, and family on Fleckeroy.
Alright, so we're just leaving Bucksport now. Sent off Clara and Bjornar in their beautiful boat. Saw them at the bridge. And we're gonna go hang out with Ann for a little while.
So how's it feel to be an award-winning filmmaker?
It feels weird.
You are now an award-winning filmmaker.
Apparently. Everything went so well. It was so cool. Super excited.
Yeah, we won the Audience Favorite Award.
Mm-hmm.
Came with a $500 cash purse.
Yeah, which will
Can't
definitely
argue
help.
that. That'll help us out a lot. Yeah, it was awesome watching everyone watch the film.
That was my favorite part.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so great.
That was really awesome.
Yeah, we don't get to see much of people's reactions from the videos since everything is on YouTube and away. But watching everybody react to everything that we put on there was excellent.
Yeah, it was really sweet.
Really, really cool. So yeah, let us know in the comments what you think.
Yeah, please. Welcome to the Hogwarts of boats, guys.
We got a quick tour of the offices in the library before I headed off with Ann to sail her newly acquired boat, New Moon, to Benjamin River so it could be hauled out for repairs over the winter.
Cut it out, Radish Squirrel.
Look at that. Now you know how Steve feels.
I do. Set up for optimum sailing right now. It just wasn't sailed very much. We'll go outside and
The chisel.
The chisel. Everyone loves it though because it feels a little dangerous. It's between these rocks over here, so no one pokes over between that rock in the middle and that one over there. But everyone, almost anyone can go in between those. And a lot of people who visit the area don't use that, and that's where you're like, oh.
I'm local.
Unless you're local knowledge sort of thing, so everyone likes to shoot the chisel. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Tory Ledge. There's that one. That way.
Oh, are we going that direction?
No, we're not. I'm
Oh, okay.
showing you. That's Tory Ledge
Yeah.
right there.
That's the one we were looking at earlier. Or at least that's what I was seeing through there.
Yeah.
Nice.
If we'd taken off a few hours ago, we would have maybe gone in and had a scary sail between all the boats in Center Harbor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo. I love that. Sail through a mooring field, make the rich people a little nervous.
Hey, I'm teaching this guy!
You never know, it's your first day! Hey, you know what? That's exactly the wrong spot.
It's like,
As
I'm
per
between your legs, I'm
usual.
safe.
As per usual. That's away, so you can go near that sheet now. Lay down. He has a special talent for being exactly where it shouldn't be. But she's like a dokie. Perfect example of how to get to the place you want to get to sailing when the wind is going in exactly the wrong direction. OTN on the nose. I think it's fun.
Yeah, gotta figure it out.
Yeah, it's just a spatial puzzle to solve.
Love that.
Stay in good water. Well, I mean, this is a pretty tricky entrance.
Matt.
So here's our entrance, okay? And it's red right return when you go into a harbor. All right, so I gotta leave all of these reds on the right. Okay. I'm gonna leave that can to my port, and I have to kind of thread this needle and come into here. Makes it a hurricane hole though. This is one of the best places to come in a storm is Benjamin River. And there are dinghy docks over here at Benjamin River Marine. But yeah, it's just really, and we were sailing in when I said, I think I'm gonna throw that jib. We were coming into this stuff.
Yeah.
so we furled it. And yeah, but I mean, we could put it out, but it's just really hard right now with my rig being what it is. So that's...
Yeah, it's not set up like you like it or want it.
Exactly. So there's not a lot of, it looks like there's not a lot of space in here, but when we get in there, you'll see that the anchorage is kind of nice. It's very pretty. You can see this is very bold right here. And this is the cape right here, and it's very bold right there. It's a pretty spot.
Sweet.
Yeah.
A little multitasking.
That is a Herreshoff Rosinante, the one that's red. Oh God, I love this boat so much.
Want to say that again? What is it?
This is Molly B. She's a cat catch. So she's like a traditional cat boat, but she has that mizzen rig there. And those rails on her cabin top, dude. Look at those beautiful handrails. Oh, look who it is.
I can't look.
It's hot up here now.
Oh. Let's see.
First real sail. Success. Made it in. Mooring now. that.
Took us a little longer than expected to sail in and get moored, so we had Steve waiting for us on land a little longer than we wanted. Sorry, Steve. And finally, the coveted tour of Wooden Boat's grounds and workshops. What's the best way to finish off a great trip? By showing some new friends around our project. If you haven't checked out Accidental Sail Girl's channel on YouTube, you should definitely click on the link in the description below.
So how'd you get into boats?
I needed a place to live. I was 19. I was just kind of getting out on my own. So at first, I kind of slept on the beach, and I wanted to be close to the ocean. I love surfing, and I ended up meeting a few people that had boats. And my dad had a boat growing up, but I'd never realized people lived aboard their boats. Mm-hmm. So just seeing the lifestyle and seeing kind of how it was. And at first it was just to live on it. I didn't think about, how to get to it out on the anchor. So like when people would be anchored out there, I'd see people rowing in and then realize, oh, okay, well that's how they get to their, it's just a whole new thing. It was,
it totally is.
Yeah, and at that age I was pretty naive to it. I didn't really fully, comprehend what I was getting into. And so then I bought my own boat and lived aboard it for a few years and learned how to fix it up. And I sailed it once and realized that I needed to fix it up.
And then she met me and everything went
sideways.
Yeah, what was your motivation for the sailboat? What made you think about, just the idea of having the boat and going places, or was it,
I think it started with building a boat. So growing up on the farm with, having 3 generations alive, I went around to people that my grandfather and great-grandfather knew, and I spent a lot of time in old houses and especially old barns.
That they had built or they had helped build?
Or even maybe somebody years ago built that nobody knew. But
right, okay.
Growing up, I always had, even as a really little kid, this appreciation for what went into that.
Yeah.
The time that it took to harvest the trees, mill the lumber, build the structure, and then the enjoyment and service that then went into for all these people for all this time. I thought that was really cool. And then wooden boats are kind of the holy grail of that.
Yeah.
So...
And musical instruments.
Yeah, exactly.
Those two things are, I'd say, the top wood pieces. I mean, furniture is pretty amazing too. A table that a family has ate at for centuries and centuries or something. Just think of all the conversations that happened on that table. But music really...
There's something alive, though, about, like, a barn or a musical instrument or a boat.
Yes.
I think more so than like a table or any other piece of furniture. Like there's, I don't know, you go
There could
into...
be a boat that's like a table, though, or a piece of furniture.
Yeah.
There are boats that are so ornate and
Yeah.
so beautifully done that they're almost like a piece of...
I think it means how they're used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More than what,
Like I feel like you go into an old barn, and if it's just like dead quiet, and you walk into this big old structure, I don't know, there's always been this feeling to me of just like...
it's
stuff
sheltered
happened
people.
here. Like,
It's,
this is a
animals
thing.
been
This
born
is a place.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then same thing with like musical instruments. Like where is this played, and it's provided, I don't know, kind of life in some way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I feel like boats are kind of a similar vein. You know, where is this taken? Like, what is the story behind this?
Right.
I don't know. They feel like they have a soul. So I don't know. The appreciation for the large wooden object and the time and the skill. It was kind of always one of those things that in the back of my head, like someday that would be cool if, you know, I built a boat. And then growing up, like National Geographic was kind of always kicking around. And that kind of fed into that where, like you were saying, you know, I'd look at National Geographic and I was like, man, there's all these cool things that I want to go see and I want to go do. And I don't like sleeping in hotels. I really don't like flying all that much. How am I going to go see all these places without a ridiculous amount of money, which I probably could make if that was my motive? It would probably be easier to go try to make $1 million than build the boat. But it's just not where my motivations lie.
Yeah.
So yeah, it kind of all just accumulated.
And the whole feeling you get of actually, me and Courtney have experienced this, you know, going there by boat. And you get there, and you know, you meet people that have flown in, and they're staying at a hotel, and they're like, "Oh, where are you guys staying?" We're like, "Right over there on our boat." And they're like, "And you brought that from Florida?" And we're over in Italy, you know, or whatever. And it's a really great feeling like a real accomplishment that you feel once you have crossed even a pond. I mean, anything. It's really a great
I've
feeling.
done a lot of backcountry expeditions, and to look on a map and be like, I went from here to here by foot and canoe, and I've traversed half the state of Maine in the last month.
Right. It's a sense of accomplishment that you can't find anywhere.
By driving there or doing,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Unless you're driving one of these. Then
Yeah.
Then you feel like you shifted a few good times anyways.
Yeah, we take all back roads.
Them be some damn fine humans.